little bit. Can you turn the video on here? Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Kema J. We will be starting in a few moments, so just bear with us for a few as we get settled in and get some more chimers. And if you're here, please share this live. So you sharing it?
Oh, yeah.
Share it. Alright. Hold on. Uh-oh. Be careful, Jay. Hey y'all, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Kema J. I have a special guest today. I have Cosey here with me. And if you are here, please share this live. He's going to tell us all about his musical career. So just give us a few moments while we get settled and we get some more tuners in. And I'll be right back in 1 second. Alrighty. Okay, so let me share it. You got your music? You can play it throughout. You can just turn it low. Kenya says, "Hey, Cosey."
Hello, Miss Kenya.
Anton says, "What's good?" Nicole Santiago is here. Hey, y'all.
Hello, hello.
Erica Webb is watching. LaDonna said, "Hey, Jared, do
hello.
it." All right, just give us a few moments and we're going to start. Share this. Just vibing to the music. He got his music playing in the background, y'all. So y'all listen to his music so y'all can go on and stream his music. All right? And don't shortchange him, okay?
But they don't repeat a couple times.
I know that's right. Okay. Okay. So, let me put this here. Hold on. Where are the comments at? Okay, I don't know. Alright. So this way. Alright, can y'all hear us? Anton. Thank you for sharing, Anton.
Thank you.
Tayshian Faye, you know who that is?
Tatiana Faye.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tatiana Faye is watching. Miss Janie is here. Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see. We got some. All right. So thank you all for tuning into Tea Time with Kema J. And I am here with Mr. Cosey. I got Jared Cosey in the building. He's here to talk to us about his projects and what he got going on and you know, the future of Mr. Cosey. So we are here to discuss. All right. Thank you for coming on to Tea Time.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Oh, no, it's nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. Okay.
So, Jared, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us some background, some history, how you grew up, where you grew up, what school you went to. We need the 411.
Okay, so my name is Jared Cosey. I go by Cosey. It's my last name. Grew up in Waukegan, Zion, Beach Park, the whole Lake County area. For the most part, I've been listening to music since I was a kid. My mom used to sing. My dad plays the bass. Like my sister dances, my brother raps. Like we're all like artistically inclined in some way.
Okay.
So I think I just found my little niche, and then just took it. So, like growing up, I played football a lot. I played for Zion Park District.
Mm-hmm.
Was heavily in sports, and just football in the fall, basketball in the winter, and then in the spring I did either track or baseball, one or the other. Just always trying to keep busy.
So you athletically inclined.
Yes.
Okay.
I actually had a scholarship to go play NAIA football at Trinity International University.
What's NAIA? Oh.
So like it's like basically D3 football.
Okay.
Yeah.
So did you go?
No, I turned it down.
Why?
To make music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
that's your passion.
If I would have took it, we wouldn't have this. So.
Okay, well I can respect that.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So what year did you graduate?
I graduated last year from Warren Township High School. I'm a proud Blue Devil.
Wait. You went to Warren?
Yes, I went to Warren.
I thought you were from Zion.
I am from Zion, but I moved to Warren to start high school.
Okay,
yeah.
So you grew up in Zion.
Grew up in Zion.
And then you transitioned to Gurney.
To Gurney, yes.
Okay.
So I've touched like a lot of.
So you left Zion to go to Gurney.
I mean, he
a traitor, y'all. You know what, Zion people, if you watching, no.
Oh my God. I love y'all.
But you know what? That's okay because he got roots and seeds in both areas.
Yes,
so
definitely.
he is truly from Lake County.
Yes,
okay, he didn't touch
100%.
a couple of cities. So
100%. Yes.
Okay, so I see you got a glove on. Tell me about that.
These are my Adidas NMD gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I like them. I can touch my phone with them, and I just really like the look of them, and they keep me warm.
Oh.
So yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if that was some kind of artist thing or.
I think it's like my little artist niche thing. Like this is my look.
Well, show us your gloves. Show us.
This is what they look like. They are the Adidas NMD gloves. I don't think they're online. I don't think they sell them anymore. So yeah, I think.
They don't?
Gloves. No, I don't think they do.
Okay, so you got the hookup.
Yeah,
huh?
I got the hookup.
Come through early then with it.
Got you.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me fix this a little bit. Okay. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Okay, so tell us how long you've been doing music and how you got started.
Okay, so I've been doing music for around 4 to 5 years, cause I would just sit in my basement and create stuff while it was bored or whatever, just mess around, make a couple beats here and there and stuff like that.
So you produced too?
Yeah, so I produced too. I started producing when I was around 13, 14.
Okay, so you're a little young Kanye West.
Oh my God. I'll take
Producer,
it.
rapper.
Kanye's a genius.
Yeah.
So I started back then, and then I just kept doing it all throughout, middle school, high school.
Mm-hmm.
And I really got into the rapping. Well, I was listening to hip hop and rap while I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye the graduation album was very essential. My brother was rapping in the basement while I was playing video games when I was younger, so that was someone to look up to.
Oh, so your brother is older than you?
Yes, my brother's older than me.
Did y'all have sibling rivalry?
No, not really. It's just we just I don't know. We just appreciate
Brother, you
each
want to
other.
come say hi? Is he shy? That's okay.
But yeah, my brother, I was just I don't think he thought I was listening, but I was really listening and picking up things to say, what to say, what not to say, how to do all that while I was just playing the game. So really.
So he's a rapper.
Yeah, my brother's also a rapper.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll be working on.
What's your brother's name? Shout him out.
My brother's name is Cam Stone.
Cam
Stone.
Oh yeah. You over there looking like
yeah, come here for this. You just can't sit down.
Listen, we gotta shout both of y'all out.
For real. So yeah, then I began to make beats and all that, and then senior year of high school, I was like, yo, I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna just try and rap or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I started, and I dropped this thing on SoundCloud, and Honestly, now that I look back on it compared to this, it was like so whack. Like it was so whack. It was like I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I let people hear me like this. You know, like oh my gosh. But that was the start of something that I did not like. I never thought this would happen.
But you know what? We all got to start somewhere.
Yeah, got to start. Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
to be honest, like tea time. I never thought this would happen. I started with just like conversation pieces, and it kind of fell over. So in life, we always do things, and sometimes it kind of takes its own road. So
definitely.
you know, that's awesome to hear. You followed the path.
Yeah.
See? You could have went a different way.
Yeah, God put it down. I just had to follow. But yeah, I did that, and then one of my longtime family friends, Lil Benny. This is my guy. Lil Benny. So I sent him out. This is before my decision to go play football or continue music. And the thing with music is I would continue going to. I would just go to college in Lake County, do a couple classes, and now do music on the side. Okay. But at Trinity, I would go to Trinity and I would play football, and that's that. So before I did it, because I was leaning towards Trinity, I messaged Lil Benny and I was like, yo, like, here's some couple stuff I did. What do you think? Like, what do you think about it? Sent it to him, and he was like just amazed. Like, yo, how are you doing this? Like, let me know. We need to get together and we need to talk. Okay. And Lil Benny has worked with artists like Big Sean. Oh, and really? A lot of like big like industry people. He went on tour with Big Sean, stuff like that. He was his drummer. He's actually from the Kenosha area. Okay. So yeah, we went to church together for like maybe 3 or 4 years before he, got the call and started.
Or he got in the industry. Look, all y'all taking different paths. Y'all driving your own car today. Yeah. That's right. And don't let nobody else drive your car.
For real. Can't nobody drive my car.
I know that's right.
So I emailed it to him. He was amazed. He was like, "Yo, either you're gonna do something with this, or I'm gonna be really mad at you, like one or the other." So he asked my parents, like, "Yo, can I meet with him? Can we all meet at Cheddar's, and can we all like just talk about it? I'll break down like what I want him to do."
Making me hungry. I ain't ate nothing today. I'm eating after this
stuff. Me too. So we met at Cheddar's, and he basically broke down everything that I'll be doing. Like, yo, I'm gonna take him under my wing. I'll teach him how to, further produce and stuff like that. And I didn't tell him I rapped at all. I didn't tell.
Oh, so he just thought
you was a producer? He just thought I was a producer.
Okay, so he's your mentor.
Yeah, he's basically my mentor. Okay. And my parents were like, okay, we've known you for like a long time. Like, we trust you. All right, like, here we agree, like we're full guns, and I appreciate that from my parents because they're both pastors. Okay. And what I'm doing is like sort of, I don't know, like looked down upon but it's just like, it's kind of like wild and outlandish, and usually
it's a different path.
Yeah, it's 100% a different path, and not everybody becomes like the big megastar, like everybody can't be Drake, or everybody can't be Kanye or Kendrick.
Everybody can't, but you can.
I know. But so they basically, big shout out to my mom, my dad, really for supporting me.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mama Cosey.
Mama Cosey.
Mama Cosey.
Mama Cosey is in the building. Okay, and what's your brother's name?
Cam Stone.
Cam Stone is in the building. So he has family here that are supporting him through everything. So we appreciate the support,
yes, yes.
That's awesome. It makes a difference when your family is there backing you. So hold on, let's read some of these comments before we go on, okay? So Deidre says, tell Mom to quit laughing so loud. Anton said, I like him. I'm a blue devil. I didn't know you went to
Anton. Shout out to you, bro.
Wow. Keisha says, sorry. Anton told me to stop it. He laughing. Deidre said, Breathe album, grab that. Okay, shout out to Deidre for the promotion.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's love.
So Anton said maybe my man can rock at Juneteenth, and that's something that we kind of talked about. If you were interested, You know, the option is there. So that's something we're going to discuss after camera. We don't want to put him on the spot. But thank you, Anton, for that. We will definitely talk about that. Let's see. Deidre said, Kayleese Taylor.
I think she's just looking in, watching you on the big screen at Love and Grace. They're
watching you?
They're at actually my father's church, and they're watching me on the big screen.
That is awesome.
Thank you so much.
That is awesome. You need to shout out your daddy
shout out.
and your church. You have to shout out your people right now.
Yeah, 100%. Shout out to everyone watching at Love and Grace. Toddy, my sister Jordan, who's a dancer actually in LA, and she's back in town right now. Thank you. It's just a lot of people. It's just a lot of people that have been supporting and just showing love throughout this whole process. Like even with the stream numbers coming in and all that type of stuff, it's exceeded my expectations like a ridiculous amount.
Wow.
Honestly, I just thank God so much.
That's a blessing.
Definitely 100% a blessing.
Yes. Kenya said we all start somewhere. Janie said, say it again, Kema. Let's see. Shondas is here. He is also another local rapper. I'm not sure. You know Shondas?
No.
Okay. Shondas is on here. Let's see. Deidre. Miss Janie said, great family. Nicole said, yeah, Cosey. We got some people up in here. We can't read everything, but Deidre said, gang, 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 gang.
Oh, my God.
Shawnee said, family support is huge. And that's awesome. Like we 100%. Said, family is your foundation. So when they are here supporting you, they're supporting you physically here and then from the church. So that's what's up, you know? So let's, I want you to finish going back to what you were saying about, how you were starting and you have your mentor. What's his name? Lil Benny. Lil Benny.
So, Lil Benny, so we met in August of last year, and he told me at church, he's like, whether it's producing or like you get on a couple tracks or whatever, he's like, you're gonna release something. He's like, we're gonna have something to show for it. Like for all your work, we're gonna do it like within the year. And I was like, okay, like whatever.
Hold on, you are popping. You see that? All of these reactions, you popping.
Thank you, everybody.
So we had so many reactions. They like Jared. Okay.
Thank you. Go listen to Breathe on Spotify, Apple Music. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna plug right now. But so Lil Benny took me up. We started in August, but we didn't officially like link up because he was busy and he was still, producing for other people and doing stuff like that. And when he gave his sound to me, he wanted it to be 100%. Like you have my attention, not just like in the middle of a session he leaves like, oh yeah, I gotta go, peace, like that'll be bogus. Yeah. But so we started meeting in September, and he just walked me through the basics, how to really separate industry sound from like in-home studios, and like how to really make your music like listenable to people that are like that really listen to music. Yeah. So for like when the industry people hear you, they're not like, oh yeah, this guy's like rapping in this basement.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This ain't basement music, y'all. This is real music.
So we did all that, and we just went through and just kept creating, as I like to say, and just making stuff. And one night, he was showing me some stuff that he made, and I got in that zone where I wanted to rap, like start writing. Okay. So I turned on my phone, went into my notes section. I just started writing or whatever. Okay. And he thought I was like on Twitter, like texting or on Instagram, like just basically over it or whatever. So he didn't say nothing. And then about 4 minutes later, I had written about like 2 minutes worth of raps, just like bars,
really?
Just like.
So you be spitting.
Yeah.
You be writing, you be spitting, you be producing. Okay.
Yes.
So you musical.
Yes, thank you. Okay. I appreciate that. So he was like, what you mean you got like a 32? Like, what you mean you got a 64? Like, you rap? I was like, yeah. Like, let me show it for you real quick. And then I rapped it to him, and he's like, hey bro, you finna stop producing. and we finna get you on the track. Like, he told me at that moment that, yo, you're going to release a rap album. And he basically spoke it into existence.
Oh.
And from that moment, we like scheduled out and planned the whole thing on like this.
So Benny is the one who kind of encouraged you.
Yeah, he's a big
okay.
piece. Yeah.
So do you write for other people?
No, not yet, but
okay.
I want to.
Are you still producing?
A little bit, but I've been focusing more on the rapping and like the writing and just trying to create like really dope stories and really dope experiences and trying to take what's in my life and put it in a paper, and hopefully people can learn from it, or it can change somebody's life, or they can hear this and be like, yo, I feel so much better after I heard this. Like, thank you. Like, because that's all I'm really trying to do.
Wow. That's beautiful. I love to hear that. Huh? Let's see what the comments are saying. We got Mia in here. Hey, Mia. Let's see. Well, she was here. I'm watching you on the big screen and my phone. Shout out to Kaylee. She's on the dual support, okay? Kaylee, we appreciate that. Much respect. Anton said, I like my man. Very mature vibe. Love seeing these young cats put it down and chasing their dreams and goals.
Thank you, Anton.
That's what's up.
Thank you.
Deidre said, little bro poppin', breathe, cop that.
Shout out to the plug again.
Hey, Coles.
Gang.
Oh, man. That's awesome. Okay. So, we kind of got a little bit of your background and how you started. So, I guess I kind of want to go backwards just a little bit and ask you what your upbringing was. So, I know that you say your parents are pastors. So, how was that growing up? And then, how was it initially when you started, producing, writing, and rapping? And then your parents are pastors, and I know they support you, 100%. Seems like. But how was that? And how was it telling them, like, I'm doing this? I have a different path.
Yeah.
How was that?
So basically, growing up, I was always, church every Sunday, and Bible study. You gotta go ahead, kids, church, and it was nice, as a kid, you wake up like, I don't want to go to church, I just want to go to sleep, I want to play video games. And I was like a heavy gamer as a kid too. Okay. But they never had to like fight me to come to church, It wasn't like, let's go, or you're grounded. Like, it was just always all right, let's go. And I would sit in the back, listen to praise and worship, and, leave and go. And then as I got older, I started going to youth groups and, started hanging around like more kids my age, and started like making true relationships. And then it became a oh, we gotta go to church. So like I can't wait to go to church. And then that like really helped me a lot, like with my relationship with God. And then
the light came on for you.
Yeah, the light. Yeah.
Right.
And then
some people still in the dark though.
Yeah, gotta bring them to light.
That's
right.
That's our job.
That's right. So when I started making music, it was like what you doing down there? Like, what you doing down there? Like, let me hear it. And then like they would listen, they're like, oh yeah, it's good. Like, they just thought it was like, a little hobby. I thought it was a hobby too. And then I was down there because like my video gaming like setup was right there, and then the studio was right there as well, like our little like in-home studio.
So you built a studio?
Oh no, it's like a little like computer.
Oh, okay.
Like one of those.
Okay.
It's just one of those.
Okay. You gotta start from somewhere.
Definitely.
It's all good.
So I would be down there for like hours and hours, and my mom would always be like, "Yo, down there, boy, get off that game, come up here." Because she would think I would be playing the game, but I was really like watching YouTube tutorials, like just trying to figure out like how to create good solid music.
Shout out to YouTube. I'm telling y'all, YouTube is the plug. Okay.
YouTube is the savior. So yeah, I would always just be down in the basement. It would be times where I stay up to like 4, 3 in the morning on a school night. Like, got school in a couple hours, got to get ready. And it's just something that I love to do. And my parents, I really didn't tell them until I did the thing on SoundCloud when I dropped like my first little project, The Rough One. One that would not be spoken. And that
#uh-oh.
But I put it on SoundCloud, and Mom, I was like, yeah, Mom, like, I mean, when she was like, what? And then I guess she heard it already because it was linked to my Facebook. So when I posted it, it shared on everywhere, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, my grandparents gonna hear this. Everybody's gonna hear this." I was like, "Oh no, oh like what have I done?" Like it was trying to go delete it and all.
You weren't ready.
I was not ready. This message is like,
ready.
"Boy, what you doing?" I was like, "Oh no."
Hey, it's out there now.
Yeah, definitely out there. It's probably still out there. Oh gosh.
I'm gonna go research when we get out.
And then I guess my dad just really realized, like, yo, he really likes this and he has a passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
So like, why not just support him and like
That's
just
awesome.
see where it goes. And then my mom was always on board as well, and that's really how I started, like officially being more open about it. Because I wouldn't tell anybody. I wouldn't tell my friends. I wouldn't tell nobody. It was just like something that I did. Like I didn't even tell my brother.
Yeah.
Like I didn't tell really nobody.
So how close are you and your brother?
Me and my brother are really close, actually.
How many years apart are you?
We're 4 years apart.
4 years?
4 years apart, yeah.
Okay. So do you all do anything together as far as musical?
We're working on it right now. Since Breathe has released, I've been like pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Either like working or trying to like make phone calls to people, like just trying to like network and make connects and stuff like that.
Okay.
And working on like visuals, photo shoots, all that type of stuff. Like not just like a little iPhone like selfie, like hey, what's up? Like nah, like
legit.
yeah, like legit
trying
photo
to look
shoots.
professional.
Yes, 100%. It's all about professionalism.
That's amazing.
And one of my brother's friends, fella, he's like done all my photos and things like that. He's an amazing guy.
Wow.
He's basically like family now. That's like my other brother right there. 100%. It's just amazing.
So it's just the two of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So since you brought up Breathe, hold on. Let's go look at this. Deidre said she used to change your Pampers.
Oh my God.
It's always a little embarrassing comment. It's okay. It's okay. We all had Pampers at one point.
100%. That's facts. It's alright.
Let's see. Kaylee said it won't let Tati comment, but she said, "Hey."
Hello, Tati.
Hey, Tati.
Hey, Tati.
Okay. So since you talked about Breathe, I guess we can kind of get right into it. So the title of your EP is called Breathe, A Heartbreak Story?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So then tell us a little bit about it. And is it like a personal experience? Where did you get the title? How did you formulate the EP? Tell us about that.
Okay, so Breathe, A Heartbreak Story was something that wasn't like me and my mentor planned to do something, but we didn't plan to do this. This kind of just happened.
Okay.
I went through a pretty bad breakup. I don't really want to get into it, but I went through that, and I told my mentor, he's like, "Yo, bro, that's crazy, whatever," and he's like, "Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna like start over, and you're just gonna put what's in your heart. Like you're just gonna create this, turn this into something."
Okay.
And that something turned into Breathe. Spent a lot of like time and like hours on hours, just like sleepless nights where I had school in the morning because I went to college. I'd have to go to my classes in the morning with no sleep, no food. Just
Oh wait, so you did go away to school?
Oh, I went to CLC.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry.
I went to CLC, so I would like just commute to class every day.
Okay.
So I would go up to Kenosha where he resides and make music and do stuff like that, maybe until like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. And he would make time for me to start later.
Who's this, Benny?
Yeah, Benny.
Okay.
He would make time for me to start later because he has stuff to do.
Okay.
So I really appreciate that from him because he would spend 5, 6, like 4 hours after he's done all his work just to work with me. So I would do that and then leave his house, like go home for a bit, shower, sleep, work for an hour maybe, like so. And then I would go to school, and then I would come home, do homework, and I'd probably nap. And then the process would just repeat. And Breathe is just, it's a very personal, like, I guess, personal story. And just about, like, as teenagers, like, or mature people, like, whenever you, like, go through a breakup or whatever, this is, like, basically, if you listen like close enough, it's the phases of a breakup. So like the first one is like a denial sort of phase. The first song is called January 8th because that's the day that it happened. It's sort of like a denial phase, like no, like this happened, but we're gonna get back to like it's gonna happen, like whatever. And then as you just go through and listen out, you'll like feel the emotions of anger or like revenge, like I'm gonna do this, da 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 da, and like just sadness, depression, stuff like that, and you just listen all the way through. And then the last song is basically acceptance, and I'm gonna grow from this, and I'm gonna become a better person.
So this album or this EP sounds like it's a real story.
Yeah.
Like you keep it real because a lot of times with guys, they don't really share
their
the emotions,
yeah,
right?
100%.
It's pretty much like I'm good.
Yeah, like
we
I
broke up.
whatever.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. But
I got 10 on the side. Like bro, stop.
Right. But and because of your age, it's really good to hear a young person who's willing to be vulnerable and transparent and pretty much share, like, I went through these emotions, I went through the times where I was in denial. I went through the times where, I was like angry, I wanted revenge. I was sorry, and then like, I was sad, I was hurt, and now I'm able to move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
To actually feel those emotions. A lot of times, people try to cover those emotions up, but you felt those and you used them and laid them on the track. That is dope. That is what's up. So I'm proud of you and shout out to you for that. I think a lot of young people really need to hear that.
Yeah,
they really need to hear
100%.
a story of actually feeling your emotions to manage them. Because a lot of times when you don't manage your emotions, they come out in rage.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Just anger and just be so mad. And then you like black out, and then it's like, what happened? What did I do?
What did I do?
What
now
I'm
in jail.
Yeah.
Cleanly, no. We don't want that. But I'm just saying though, But then it goes to women with heartbreaks because of the men who had heartbreaks and they didn't really deal with them. You know what I mean? We women, we deal with heartbreaks all the time.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? But we understand it is what it is. We got to keep it moving. So hopefully men can understand that too.
Yeah, I hope so. Hey, to all my fellas, if you get anything from this, just learn how to feel. Like, just don't be numb, okay? It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you less of a man if you have feelings, okay?
That's right.
And girls like that. Girls like a guy that has feelings, okay? It's cool. It's cool to have feelings.
Yes.
PSA.
No.
For real.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. So Kaylee says, I'm proud of you, Jer. Can't wait till you get back so I can mess with you.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure she's not the only one that's going to mess with you.
Yeah, I swear.
Deidre's already messing with you with the Pampers, okay? She's messing with you online.
Wait till it's in person.
So we're going to get into this, Deidre, about his album, where you can find it and everything like that, and share the link. We're going to get into all of that. Kenya says she got hers from Amazon Music. Anton wants to know, are you on Tidal? So we're going to get into that in a few. Nicole says it's everywhere. Oh, it's Nicole.
Look at Nicole. Look at Nicole. That's love. That's love.
Look, she ain't even wait till we get there. I know that's right. We're going to pin Nicole's comment. So it's everywhere. Thank you. Shout out to Nicole. Kaylee said the likes busting shorty.
Oh my God.
You know what? I like Kaylee.
Yes.
Okay, so is there anything else you want to tell us about this album before we kind of transgress into something else?
Just when you listen to it, don't really come in with an expectation of like, oh, I'm finna hear the hottest bars, or I just finna blow my mind, I'm finna get so hyped, because really it's all of that into one, and it just takes you on like a journey. There's like songs, like some of the songs where I want to get revenge and stuff like that, it's more like up tempo beats, and it's like more energy into it, and it like it's not gonna stay consistent throughout the whole thing, because my job isn't to make you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you super duper hype, and it's just gonna be like, and then you don't really listen to like anything. But I'm gonna get you hyped, then I'm gonna tone you down so you can really understand what I was saying, and like really feel what I'm like trying to express. Right. And yeah, that's basically it. Like, it's on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, all that.
You about to dance? He was in his zone. He was gonna start rapping. No, but that's good. So this is not one of those albums that, you know, like the Migos or whoever, you know, just you trying to rap to the beat and flow.
Yeah.
But this is actually a story.
Yes.
And it's a journey.
Yes.
And so for those, you know, there's different tones, different beats, you know, when you're listening to it. So listen from the beginning to the end,
yes,
so you can see the, you know, the hurt and then the breakthrough, you know. And you got to get everything in between. And if y'all want to find out what happened with Mr. Cosey, y'all need to listen to the whole album, okay? He's feeling it already. The music is in his head.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So my question is to you. We were talking and you said that it's an EP and it's not an album. So my question to you is, why did you choose to do an EP instead of an album? And for those who don't know what an EP is, can you explain to them?
Okay, so an EP is just EP stands for extended preview, and the point of an EP is to tell a story, but just to shorten it down, or just release a body of work that is just compact and small, so it's not dragged out or like it's the same thing over and over and over again. So I chose to do an EP because this is my my first official release on like major streaming platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, and all that type of stuff. So I just want to do an EP because it'll be 7 songs. I don't want to like. And plus, I had a little buzz going. Like I started like announcing, like, "Yo, I'm doing an EP," and then people started gravitating towards it, like, "Oh, when it's gonna drop? When it's gonna drop?" And I just chose to do 7 songs because it's nice. It's like 23 minutes. It's a quick listen, and it'll leave people like, okay, like we're ready. Like we want more. Like it's just like a little tease into the official. Like the thing that I'm working on now, the official album. So yeah,
so
that's
it's leading up to it.
Yes,
this is the preview.
Yes, this is the preview of Cosey. This is the preview of me. You feel me?
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Let them know. Give them a little taste.
Yeah.
So they
definitely
can come back for some more.
Yes.
Can't give everything at one time.
Can't give everything at one time. 100%. Because then it's like, what else? Like it ain't nothing else. You revealed everything. Oh, well,
you know, just like in a relationship, you can't give everything at one time.
Oh. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
That's just fun.
Billy Rocket. I don't know how to do it. It's all good. Okay, so then, how many songs do you have to have on the EP to have a Grammy? Because I know you can get a Grammy with an EP.
7.
7?
Is it 7? 5 or 7.
Okay.
Well,
we shoot for the stars
we shoot
here.
For the Grammy. Hey, give me a Grammy. You know what I'm saying?
Share this live. If you are
everywhere.
here right now and you are tuning in, share this live. And if you are watching this and the live is over, not right now, but later on you watch this live, you can still share this live, okay?
Yes, sir.
We need this video to circulate. We need people to know who Mr. Cosey is. Jared Cosey, his album is, his EP is titled Breathe, A Heartbreak Story.
Yes.
So please, look, he got the shirt.
Got the t-shirt.
You know what? Yeah. Shout out to you for plugging you. That's right. You got to be your own plug. So go ahead. If you are here, please share this live. Shout out to everybody who is here, who is watching, who has shared. Nicole, hold on. I'm sorry. Who is that? Kaylee says, Deuce just inboxed me. He said, love you and y'all on this year.
And we on this year. Hey, okay. I'll take it. Hey.
Shout out to everybody giving hearts right now. Shout out to the likes, the thumbs, the hearts. We appreciate all of it, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so have you worked with anybody locally? Have you collaborated with them?
Locally? I have worked like quietly. Well, not really. I wouldn't say work, but I've like conversated and I've made connections with like people, like local people, like basically people that I went to school with or just know them and they've done music. And if one thing that I stand strong on is if I'm gonna work with you, like I really have to like you as a person, and I have to be genuine like about you.
So you have to know the character of a person.
Yes, if I don't agree like with either like your character or anything, I'm not gonna like put on a front just to let's just do this and get it over with. Cause like I don't move like that.
Yeah.
I've worked with John Content.
Okay, I've heard of him.
That's my homie. That's like my big homie.
Him. See, your spiritual background is coming in.
Yeah.
That's right. You know what? Sometimes you use your own path, but at the same time, that foundation is still there, and you have to have
the best foundation.
You know
honestly.
what I mean? And when your foundation is God, that's the most important thing in my opinion, because I love God. And you know what? He is my foundation, okay? So, you know what? You always keep him first no matter what you do. Yes. You know what I mean? And I mean, sometimes stuff may look good, but if it don't sit right with your spirit, you already know.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
That's good. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Sorry.
But finish.
Yeah, my guy John. I met him through like Lil Benny, and I think the first time we met, he was working on his EP Song She Gets Dressed To, and I was just listening to it, and I was like, man, like, he's really dope. Like this dude is like amazing.
So is he a singer, right?
Yeah, he's a singer rapper, you know.
Okay.
And singer, rapper, writer, producer. He does it all.
Oh, okay.
So John basically kind of took me under his wing as well, and was like, okay. Like Lil Benny believes in you, and I've seen like what you can do, and I've seen what you created. I believe in you too, so I'm gonna help you out any way I can. Like gave me his number. Yo, if you need me, let me know. Like we can talk. If you just need advice, if you need this, like business stuff, just let me know. And that's just a lot of love. Like it's just God just put a circle around me of like creative people from this area that have good, good quality music and stuff going on.
Shout out to John Content.
Shout out to John Content. Go stream Song She Gets Dressed To. Clockwork is an amazing song. And he freestyled the whole thing. Didn't even write it down. Yes.
Wow.
Genius.
That's
He's
talent.
such a genius.
That's talent.
He is literally, oh my gosh. Like,
he lit.
He lit. That's my guy, yo.
Okay.
Honestly. So go stream Song She Gets Dressed To. It's on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, all that type of stuff. So yeah, John, I've worked with one of my friends, Desmond, another one of my friends, Jordan, Vici, and a lot of people from my high school. Because actually, like, to be honest, it's a lot of people from my high school that are good like rappers. Okay. That can actually like create and make good sounding music. Okay. So yeah, it'll be kind of dope if we all like got on one track and just like freestyle.
A Lake County collaboration.
Yeah, that would be dope. I gotta hit him up. Like we gotta make it happen somehow.
Don't hit him up like Tupac though.
No.
Low key, I like that song. No, it's so ratchet, but I don't know. I just like Tupac.
That song, great song, but just wow, just a
very
wild.
We don't need that type of music no more. But let's see. So John Content is going to be performing downtown Waukegan soon. That's what Anton said. So okay. So is that all the rappers that you worked with?
Yes.
Okay. So for those that you have not worked with, I know you said you want to do a Lake County thing, but are there any in particular that you like to work with locally?
Locally. Are we including Chicago as local or no?
I mean, Lake County is local, but Chicago is like, okay. You can put Chicago in here too.
Just one dude from Chicago, Saba, but Lake County was definitely John. My brother, and honestly, that's like pretty much it. Unless like once the opportunity presents itself, then like if it's good and the idea is good and it'll be good for both of us, then I'll take it. Like I'll just jump on it. It won't be any like give me like 4 months and I'll get back to you. It's like all right, cool. Like within a week or two, we're gonna start working on it and we're gonna make it happen. So yeah.
So, with the local, what I'm saying, local is always wonderful.
Yeah,
you know what
100%.
I mean? Because that's your roots, that's your foundation, that's where you start from. But then, the time is going to come, where you your platform begins to get higher, so you get more reach. So, are there any celebrities that you like to work with?
Oh, man. I guess, because Saba just did a tour. So, Saba, he's from Chicago. I think he's still on tour. That's one guy that I want to meet and I just like want to have a sit down convo with and maybe like make something. You don't gotta make music. Like I just
just want to meet.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So like J. Cole, Kendrick, all those guys, Earth Gang, JID. I would love to make a song with Drake. Kanye, if he's down. I don't know. Kanye's on another level right now.
Yeah.
He just released this project, and I know my mom doesn't like it at all. But
what, Kanye?
Yeah, the new Kanye.
Look, you better not do that to your mother.
Yeah, but I love it. Like you gotta listen to it a couple times. Because first time you're gonna like what is he talking about? Like what? Like first song is very outlandish and all that, but I like it. So him, it's gonna be a bit wild, but like Chief Keef. I would love to make it. Chief Keef is a Chicago legend.
Well, you know what? I don't listen to Chief Keef, so I mean, I'm not really like a hip hop head.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I listen to back in the day, I listened to Tupac, Biggie, Jay-Z.
Jay-Z,
but, I don't know like a whole lot of the rappers now, but I do know Migos. I know the Migos. I don't know. Rap is just a little bit different. I like Drake. I do like Drake, and I like Childish Gambino. He's very versatile. But I'm more of a old school type of person. I like listening to old school music. No, like R&B, Dusty, real old school.
Yeah.
I got an old soul.
Hey, that's
but
cool.
When I'm with my friends or my family or whatever, they play the music or whatever. I listen to them. But I don't listen to the radio.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
Listen, I listen to YouTube Red,
So. YouTube Red.
Right. But I listen to the old school R&B, the 2000s and 90s, 80s, stuff like that. So, yeah. But it's all good. I'm not that old though, so don't think I'm old.
It's fine.
Yeah. So, is that all you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Honestly, at this point, like anybody, if any celebrity's like, yo, besides like.
What about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
No, I was just about to say 6ix9ine. Honestly, 6ix9ine, if we were to meet and like talk about a song that we could do, and I agreed with it, and it wasn't too outlandish, and it wasn't gonna get me shot. Then I'm down. Right. Like I'm good as long as it does not endanger.
Listen, I listen to cause see this is the thing. I know who Tekashi 6ix9ine is because my son he likes what's that guy name? Shoot, he goes Skid It.
Oh, Lil Pump. Oh jeez.
Oh my gosh, I'm like, what is this music? Like this music nowadays is just like drive me nuts. And then he's like, well, what do you think about Tekashi 6ix9ine? But he doesn't listen to Tekashi 6ix9ine. But he just, he knows how I am. So he's like, basically like looking at Tekashi, what he looks like, what do I think about him? This is like a rainbow kid, like this background. He's like a rainbow kid with tattoos all over himself. But I listen to, I don't know any of his music. I have not heard any of it, but I listened to him do a couple of interviews, trying to get a feel of who this guy is. You know what I mean? And I've seen him on The Breakfast Club. And my perception of him was a little different than other interviews that I've heard of him. Because I think that I just listening to him, I think he is not as bad as he appears to be. And I think that on The Breakfast Club, he came off very cocky, but very defensive, and I think a lot of that had to do with Charlamagne's personality. But just listen to him. He do got some ways about him. He's very mature, but at the same time, it's not as bad as he looks as he appears to people. But I don't know about his music. I have not heard it. But I don't know. His name is Tekashi 6ix9ine, so I think my son cannot listen to him. I'm just saying, we can listen to interviews, but as far as music, I don't know about Tekashi.
I've never listened to 6ix9ine, not in this house.
No, so but so who are some of the artists that you listen to?
A lot of people. Saba, off bat, that's like, yo, that's like one of my inspirations.
Okay.
Saba, Kendrick Lamar, heavy.
Yeah.
J. Cole, heavy.
I like J. Cole.
Yeah, I love J. Cole. He's dope.
I like Kendrick too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think Kendrick or J. Cole, which one's better?
That's kind of hard because they're both pretty dope, but I feel like J. Cole, his beats are a little better than Kendrick's. This is just my opinion. I like J. Cole, to me, is a little bit more versatile than Kendrick. I do. I believe that. Look, you asked me my opinion because I feel like Kendrick is more conscious than J. Cole.
Yeah.
J. Cole can kind of give you a story. You can actually like groove to his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Kendrick is cool. You know, he talks about very like eye-opening things. You know, everything is a message. You know, but you're not gonna have the same vibe as J. Cole. So you have to have a certain mindset to listen to Kendrick. You know, J. Cole can relate to more people.
Whenever,
yeah, he's more commercial in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
100%.
Extremely commercial, but he's more commercial. But he also has
his
the same kind of
yeah.
You know what I mean? So Kendrick is more like either you like him or you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
so.
I'll take that. Yeah. All right, I agree with that. I'm just like, yo, Kendrick's like lyricism and his just the qualities of a rapper. Like I think nowadays, or like what we call rappers, like the integrities, like artist integrities, like gone. Like people will steal anything just to make a hit, or like have like a top 100 song to like say anything, like do anything just to get like the numbers and stuff like that. And I've admired like Kendrick's artist integrity, like even when he made To Pimp a Butterfly, and it was about
To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, like To Pimp a Butterfly. It was like this album about just I don't even know how to explain it. It was just an album about like prison reform and oppression and just being confident and like it's basically like a pro-black album.
Yeah.
And when people were like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to hear this. Like, I just want to hear like club records. Like Kendrick, just give me more like lean bars." And then Kendrick was like, "Nah, I'm gonna give you this because this is what you need." And
but
then,
you know what? Kendrick is one of them rappers where you can just close your eyes and listen to him.
Yeah, listen, and it's just
because
visual.
half these rappers, you cannot close your eyes and listen. You can't even listen to them with your eyes open. I'm just saying, you gotta close your ears to hear some of these rappers because they is just insane. But I do think that Kendrick is one of those rappers where you can just kind of close your eyes and you can vibe out. You can listen to what he's saying because what he's spitting is some real stuff.
Yeah.
I think J. Cole is kind of on that level. Like I said, he's a little bit more commercial. But I do like J. Cole and I like Kendrick. I like both of them.
Yeah. I'm not saying you gotta choose one.
No.
Like,
but wait. In time, he said both are dope, but I agree J. Cole is the better MC.
Ooh, Anton, we gonna have a talk. Ooh.
He said J. Cole is the better MC.
Anton, message me on Facebook.
But you know what? It's really
man.
hard to find real dope MCs nowadays. You know, like I said, back in the days, you know, rap was totally different.
Everybody was like spitting, and it was just like everyone was just coming for it, like coming with heat.
Right.
And I was like,
but see, times have changed.
Yeah, times have changed. Definitely.
You know, and so of course, when time changes, the generation changes. Then the music changes, the rap changes, because it's not just hip hop. You know what I mean? It's not just rap. R&B has changed too. You know, you don't even have the old school music that does. You don't have the same feel. The storylines are completely different. You know, and that's just part of life. Things happen, things change. So if we want to hear like that old school music, we're gonna have to go in the bag and we're gonna have to pull it out and listen to them. You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Pull out the vinyl records.
Right. You know, but each generation has their own type of music, and I think it's unfair to kind of like downgrade any generation because they call it mumble music or whatever it is like that. Like this ain't real rap, blah blah blah. Maybe it's not rap, but it might be a different type of hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like they call it mumble music. It is what it is.
Like honestly, I put respect to him because I can't do it. Well, like maybe I could if I really tried, but like it's not something that I'm comfortable with. Like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, the Migos just mumble. Like Lil Pump and 6ix9ine, they just mumble like whatever, and it's a hit. And like me and my friends, like we've come up with this thing, like yo, if it's so easy, then why don't you do it?
Right.
Like then why don't you make a top 100 hit? that's been on the billboards for like 5 weeks. Why don't you make a Walk It Like I Talk It?
Don't you inspire me. I'm going to be making a record soon. Like, you talking to me. Because, you know, low-key, I can rap. Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
Yes, no, I'm not. Y'all ain't ready for me. Y'all not ready for me. My rap name is Key Rabbit.
Key Rabbit.
Key Rabbit. So, if y'all hear anything by Key Rabbit, just know it's your girl.
I dropped it. Just know it's me.
Nah, but y'all ain't ready for me, so I can't even fool with y'all right now.
Oh my gosh, Key Rabbit! Shout out to Key.
You know
Rabbit.
what? That name came from my cousins. We all get together and we do like freestyle. You know, we do rapping and stuff. And for some reason, my stuff just come out. It's like a different person. I was like, who is this? This is not me.
It's that zone. You get it that zone, yo.
And then Key Rabbit come with a dance. I can't even show you all that. But you know, when Key Rabbit is gone, that is the old man, okay?
Watch out for Key Rabbit.
That was before. That was back in the day. I have changed, you know.
Coming soon.
Oh my gosh, I
Key
can't.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Watch out.
No, so you know, with everything that you've gone through and all the experiences and the people that you work with, like Lil Benny, you know, John Content, and you know the people that you want to work with, and your knowledge with producing, writing, rapping. For those who are coming up, like what kind of advice would you give them? Because I know it's not easy. So what kind of advice would you give them who are trying to come up, who kind of come into roadblocks or don't know where to go? You know, what would you say?
So to everyone that's trying to make music like as a career, number one thing, unless you become an overnight sensation or you're just really that cold and you blow up overnight and labels is not going to be calling you after your release. Like, if you're going to make music, you have to dedicate time and effort, and you have to invest in yourself first. So, ain't no shame in working a job while you rapping. You ain't gonna be flexing $100 bills, cause you ain't gonna have the $100 bills. Facts. If you want to like do what I do, or just make music and like create something. One, make sure that you really want to do this, because like I just said, it takes time and effort. Number two, find what you want to rap about. Don't go to the radio and, oh, this is hot, so I'm finna do it. No, because then you're just going to be rapping about trends, and you're just going to be writing trends, and that's not cool, because that's not authentic, and you'll sound like everybody else, and you won't sound like yourself.
Right. And
you'll be a carbon copy. 3, make sure your source material and everything you have, beats, all that type of stuff, make sure it is not copywritten. Make sure it is yours. You have the rights. Don't go on YouTube. Don't go steal a beat and then upload it on Apple Music and try and make profit off of it. That is whack. And you will get sued. And they can sue you for more than the music has made. And they will take everything. They will take everything.
Uh-oh.
And mainly the biggest thing that I could say to somebody is be yourself, like 100%, because people will respect you. People will respect you more if they're like, oh, I can listen to this and I know it's genuine and I know he's living that lifestyle.
Right.
Like, I'm not out here saying, dropping, like just throwing out gang names and, oh yeah, I'll shoot him. Like, and like some dude walk up to me like, bro, you've been in church, like you don't smoke or drink, bro. Like, what you talking about? You finna shoot somebody? Like, what? Like, bro, you won't go to party? Like, bro, you've never been to a party, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
Yeah.
And it's just like, that's not something that'll just ruin your credibility as an artist. And you can just say like, oh yeah, you know, I'm just trying to do it, but like really, you're not staying true to yourself and you're not staying true to who you are.
So make sure you authentic in everything, right? So then let me ask you this question. So I'm pretty sure you heard about the beef with Drake and Pusha T.
Oh my gosh.
And you know, we've heard the stories for a long time that Drake has been, he's had a ghostwriter. So let me ask you, like, what are your thoughts about having a ghostwriter?
Oh my god.
You know, and then the story between the two of them, and like, do you think that they kind of took it too far, or do you think that Pusha T was like well within his rights because of the stuff that Drake said? Like, let me get your idea, your thoughts about this.
So this Drake Pusha T beef is ridiculous, but with the Drake ghostwriter question, honestly, nowadays things have changed. People don't write their own music now, and the way I feel about it, I'm like, if the person's getting paid and they just want to remain nameless and like, okay, that's within your rights. Like, go ahead and do what you got to do. But you cannot, in my eyes, you cannot have a ghostwriter and then try and get at a guy who's been rapping and writing his own stuff, allegedly, and like try and like diss him and not expect any repercussions back. Because Drake came at Meek Mill. Right. And, you know, Drake bodied Meek Mill basically, like 2 tracks, 3 tracks, basically made a hit off of his demise. Like, and the difference between Meek Mill and Pusha T is Pusha T was like...
Bodied Drake.
Oh my gosh.
Bodied him a couple times.
Pusha T is really like a lyricist. Like, Meek Mill has dope bars and Meek Mill is cold. But Meek Mill, like Pusha T is an aggressive rapper.
Okay. He
doesn't talk about like, oh yeah, I'll shoot you. He's like, I will destroy you lyrically. I will find out stuff about you, and I will air it out so everybody knows.
But did he not find out stuff about Drake?
He did.
About this baby.
About a baby, and how he was gonna make his baby a press run for Adidas.
And the mama.
And the mom, that the mom was a porn star.
Oh.
And talked about his the guy that works with Drake. His name's 40, and that's basically like. 40 to Drake is Lil Benny to me. Basically like mentor that, you know, some like, you know, makes beats and stuff like that. So not E40?
No,
not E40.
Oh, just 40.
They call him OVO 40.
Oh, okay.
So that's, so Pusha T, 40 has scoliosis.
Oh, so that's what that was about.
So Pusha T said a bar like, oh yeah, you hunched over like you 80, like you sick, like you really sick, like you ain't got no time left, just tick, tick, tick.
Oh my God.
At that point, I was just like, bro, like, oh my gosh, like,
wow.
To me,
but scoliosis is just like a bone, like
your
back, your spine is crooked. It's not like you finna die or nothing. But he
went hard.
He made it sound like it was like way deeper than what it was, you know. But he went there. But see, that's because he's so cold.
Like, honestly, I think he's well within his rights, because I think he name dropped his fiance or his like baby mama or something like that.
He put the baby's name out there, and then the baby mama's name and where she from, and you know.
Oh no, I'm talking about Drake.
Oh,
because Drake said, "I'm gonna leave your name ringing like Virginia Williams" or something like that, and I guess that's Pusha T's like alleged fiance. So when somebody includes family, like something personal like that, like, hey, bro, you better be ready.
Oh yeah, because that's why Pusha T was like, I'm finna go hard, no bars left, because you mentioned my fiance.
Yeah, you mentioned. Okay. Like, if you talk about my family, I'm gonna talk about yours.
Yeah.
And your hidden son. Jeez, that is hard.
Wow.
That son gonna grow up. He got a diss track. The song got a diss track. This Drake was acting up. That's crazy.
Yeah, my homeboy Calvin and Reese, they have a show called This, That, and the Third, and this was, I think, their topic on last Thursday. One of their topics, they were discussing this, and it was like, you know, really good because they gave the complete breakdown, because a lot of people, they weren't giving like the real breakdown, and you know, I needed the breakdown so I could understand like what's really going on. But I think my favorite rap beef songs would have been Ether. I loved Ether. Yes, I did. And then I loved Hit 'Em Up by Tupac. I told y'all that earlier. And then No Vaseline.
Oh my gosh. Yo, those are so
ratchet back then. A little bit, just a little bit.
Tough ones. Oh my Lord. No Vaseline.
Man, that was raw. Literally. But it was good. Let's see. Anton was like, hold on. Anton said there's a difference between having a ghostwriter and working collaboratively with someone. If the person got paid, if the person got paid and got a writer credit, that's not a ghostwriter, right?
Yeah, that's not a ghostwriter.
And then he also said, right now it's even until Drake responded. Duppy was the response to Infrared. Let's see. Keisha said mentors and support system is very important in whatever you do. True.
Facts.
So, that was very interesting. That was a fun conversation. But, so, like, you kind of like hear the hip hop beef and, trying to make it and, trying to get yourself out there and getting exposure. Just kind of bringing it back a little bit. What are some of the biggest challenges you have as an artist in trying to kind of get notoriety out there?
One is just the retention of, I wouldn't say retention, but just even though like my first EP is like kind of short, it's just like keeping people listening to it, and like just keeping and like just drawing other people in, and like friends telling friends, because I think the strongest advertisement you could have is the people that support you, just word of mouth, just telling everybody like, yo, go check it out, like and them actually trusting that person, like, okay, I'm gonna give them my attention for like 25 minutes. Excuse me.
So how long is your EP?
It's 23 minutes.
23? Okay.
23 minutes.
Okay.
So I think like, yo, it's not that long, like, 23 minutes,
Yeah,
driving somewhere, driving to work, give it a listen,
you be done with that before you go to Chicago. So it's cool, you know what I'm saying? It's cool.
That's one of the biggest challenges, just trying to get it out. Making sure that you are professional in like every sense of the word, whether it be through social media, like even how, I wouldn't say people contact you, but like if you're gonna do something, then it's gotta be on time. Because if people see like, oh, you're late, like, you're not really, like, say if I wanted to do some big show, like, okay, I got this show June 15th, everybody come out, and then like 5 hours before it happens, so I'm like, oh, show canceled, we're postponing it, and then like you'll lose a couple people, so be like, I can't, either one, I can't make it, or two, I'm just not coming because you like got bad business, and then this third time, oh yeah, the show, and then you cancel it again, and then like really nobody really cares anymore, is because they're not willing to give you their attention or their time, because they feel like you'll just waste it. So
kind of like the Kanye thing, when he went on his rant, and then, you know what? He was spending some real stuff, though, for real. But, a lot of people were turned off by, they paid all that money to go see him, and then he get up there and he gives a rant, and then everybody doesn't care about the rant that you're giving. So I think he did lose a big fan base, because of that. So do you think that, people should give him another chance?
Kanye?
Yeah.
Honestly, there's a lot of controversy about Kanye. Like,
there is. Like,
he's not giving back to the city. He's not doing this, and like things that he, I guess, should be doing for the city and stuff like that. And I agree. Once, especially since you're from Chicago, if Chicago's gonna support you and like have your back through all this stuff, then like the least you can do is like at least give back. Maybe do a couple shows, like do some charity stuff like that. And maybe he's doing it in silent and like nobody knows. But like, nobody knows. So
similar to like Chance, right?
Yeah, Chance. Right. And people love Chance because Chance is for the city. Yeah. He's like, thank you, and I'm gonna give $1 million to the CPS, like, Chicago Public Schools, and I'm gonna do these fundraisers, and I'm gonna do stuff like that.
Because I've seen him in a video where he actually went to the city council, to kind of fight for the CPS. So, that's really dope, you know what I mean? Because he's not too big to where he can't get back to where he came from.
Just offload and, just completely isolate himself from the city and not even, like, mention anything after.
So artistry goes beyond just making music or making beats or writing, ghostwriting, or whatever. Like, it kind of goes into your character and how you give back, because at the end of the day, you are only where you are because of the fans that support you.
That's 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you definitely want to make sure that you look after your hometown first, because those are your bigger supporters. They're the ones usually that kind of help put you on, in my opinion, from experience that I've seen. But like, I went back in the day, we used to like kind of hang out with Chingy or whatever. We did, right there. But we used to hang out with Chingy, and I remember one time we went to St. Louis, and we were hanging out, me and my friends, and we were at the hotel. He was real cool. He's a real cool type of person. He wasn't on no garbage or nothing like that. And like, he performed once, and then afterwards, this was in Milwaukee, and so then he, the second performance, he didn't really want to go, and it's just like, you know, but you have to be there for your fans regardless, because you made a contract. So we was like, bro, you need to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when it came to, we went to St. Louis, and we went to go see him, and he had, like, it was at this big old venue, and it was supposed to be a whole bunch of people there. The saddest thing is that his town was not supporting him. His mom was there, she was on stage, she was a little, you know, but the people in the crowd, it was hardly nobody there. And to me, that's the saddest thing, is when the whole world, because Chingy was hot at one point. No matter what he is now, Chingy was hot back in the day. But at the time where he was really hot, his own city was not there to support him. And to me, that was very sad.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, shout out to the city that's supporting you.
Yes.
Shout out to Lake County.
Shout out to Lake County,
yeah.
What song is that?
Huh?
What is that? When you talk about 847?
Oh, in one of the songs off the project, I referenced like multiple times of the whole project, but in Kosher I mentioned the 847, and basically where I'm from, and I somehow managed to incorporate like a lot of my friends that have supported me, like giving me real feedback over my music.
Okay.
I rapped all their names into the song.
Wow.
So I like rhymed all their names and stuff like that. So,
that's good. Never forget where you came from.
Definitely.
So how do you overcome the obstacles in your life? Not just musically, but just dealing with different obstacles that you face.
Yeah, everyday stuff. My parents are a big part, and ever since I was young, they've always like instilled like just wisdom, and not really like forcing me to do what they wanted me to do, but just giving me advice and like, hey, you're gonna do what you want to do, but like this is what God says, or this is like what the Bible says. And even my brother like giving me wisdom too, and like just family is like a big part. And like once I got past like the age of 15 or 16, I just stopped having like really like big troubles. Nothing was really bothering me. Like I would go to school, you know, go to football practice, whatever, come home, play the game, or eat dinner, and then I'll just go home. And the wisdom that they instilled in me at a young age, it just allowed me to avoid like all the problems. And when stuff came up, it was little because I just dealt with it. Because like things get big when you don't deal with it and you just like let it sit, and it'll get bigger and bigger and bigger.
That's just like sweeping it under the rug.
Yeah,
that pile is going
exactly.
to keep
You
adding
just keep
up.
sweeping it like.
Yeah.
And I just started to like deal with stuff when it was little, and I just never had an issue. So
well, that's really good.
Yeah.
So you get it before it starts building up. That's really
100%,
good.
yeah.
You know, that's kind of like what we were talking about and how you dealt with your album. You didn't just let it sit and build up and just trying to kind of like wash it away. You dealt with those emotions and those feelings.
Yeah.
So they didn't pile up and come out in rage. So that's awesome. Anton said, "Man, bro, want to chop it up with you. How can I get at you?"
How can you get at me? Bro, you can, honestly, all my notifications on my social medias are muted, but I could just like hit you up on like Facebook Messenger real quick, because I don't really go on Facebook a lot. I can hit you up. Maybe Kema can give me your information or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll hit you up, bro, and then like, yeah, we can chop it up and just, you know, talk music or whatever. So yeah.
Okay. So besides Lil Benny, who is your biggest musical influence?
Ooh, man. I would say. Can it be like celebrity? Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Definitely Kendrick Lamar. Like,
I gather that.
There's been a lot, because I listen to like a lot of music. I don't just listen to rap. Like, there was a phase in my life where I like to listen to dubstep and like EDM music.
Who?
Dubstep, like.
What's that?
Like rave music, like
okay.
Electronic music.
Okay.
Basically. So yeah.
Kind of like techno.
Yeah, techno.
Okay.
So like I used to listen to techno and stuff like that.
See, I'm back in the day. You gotta say techno. I don't know what the new terms are.
Like, so I would listen to that stuff. I've listened to jazz music, like classical music, a lot of instrumentals where it's just beats and stuff like that. Jay-Z, the 444 album was a big like just life lessons
See, I didn't listen to his album.
Oh my god.
I'm not big on rap though, but
Okay.
I've been hearing a lot of people talking about it. I saw one video. It was it the blackface or?
Yeah, Story of OJ.
Yeah,
The
Story of OJ. Yeah,
he's like-
I watched the video on that, and I think I heard it maybe like once or twice, but
Yeah.
I don't really like listen to a lot of rap. So I never listened to 4/4.
Man, it's ridiculous.
Or however many fours.
4 fours.
As long as it ain't 666.
I'm straight.
No.
But like, yeah, that I shout out to Jay-Z.
Mhm.
Like, if you ever watch this, man, that like helped me grow as a man. Like as a.
But see, I didn't care for Jay-Z as a person after so many years.
For real?
No, I did not. There are certain things about him.
And I probably just don't know.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I was that's why I quit listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to listen to Jay-Z when I was younger. Especially in college, like, he pretty much, like, the blueprint
Mm-hmm.
kind of, like, got me through my first
Yeah.
semester. And then The Best of Both Worlds, I think that came out my second semester or my second year, and with him and R. Kelly.
Mhm.
So, I was kind of, like, listening to that because I was homesick, and I love music. My
Yeah.
grandfather was, like, really into jazz. And so I really, really love music. Like, it's in the blood. My son actually plays the saxophone. Shout out to my son, plug. But he's going to be playing coming up. I think he's supposed to be playing in Juneteenth.
Little man.
But, yeah, he's going to come up, too. He started off playing the bass guitar. I know you said your dad played the bass.
Hey.
Yeah, so he started off playing the bass guitar and the drums. But he's now playing the alto sax. But anyways, back to you. Yeah, so I guess my question is, like, what is it that you want to see happen with your music? What is your musical desire?
Honestly, I just want my music to help people like grow as humans
Mm-hmm.
and just connect. And honestly, I just want people to feel better after listening to my music.
Mm-hmm.
And the long vision goal is, of course, I want to develop more. I want to make electronic music where I'm like rapping up. Like, I just want to make music that everybody can listen to and
Mhm.
enjoy.
Okay.
And I know there's gonna be certain songs that aren't for everybody. And
Right.
I'll have songs like, okay, these are for these people. I'll like target my audience like very specifically with each song.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to make albums. I want to go like platinum. I want to go double platinum. Like I basically want to make history, and I want to show like, yo, and I want to use this, like my music and stuff like that, to bring light and to bring like funding and stuff like that to like Lake County
Yes.
and
Okay.
help
Yes.
like I know my my junior ZBs like buy them new jerseys or get them like the latest helmets or stuff like that. Get everybody like fitted, or even go back to my high school and like give some money to them, because without like certain stuff that they've like instilled in me in lessons and stuff like that, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
But see, that's amazing, and I love to hear that when you talk about giving back to your community already. Because
Mhm.
I don't know if you're familiar with Lee England Jr.
Mhm.
He's a soul violinist. He's from Waukegan, but he was actually on Puff Daddy's Making His Band. He's also signed to the Jordan brand. He's the only non-athlete. He's from Waukegan, and like he played all over. He played for Dwayne and Gabby's wedding. Like he's well known, but he's from Waukegan, and I'm on the board for his nonprofit organization, and it's called Love Notes. But the thing that I love about it is that he does give back to the community. He comes back home. We've been into the schools, and he's been showing the children how to play the violin. He's been doing assemblies. He's been doing one-on-one working with them, and then just last Sunday we did a commercial with some of the students in this area for a concert that we're giving towards the end of the year. We're going to do a concert, and the proceeds are going to go to kind of help renovate the Trap Auditorium, and then to provide string instruments to the students within Waukegan. So just to hear that you're giving back, and then there's a I forgot his name, Larry Chapman. He is Dr. Dre's right-hand man. He's also from Waukegan.
What the heck?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So he's coming back. They're actually naming the street after him coming up, I think in a couple weeks. will be there in attendance. But I mean, there are people who are from the town. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so there's, I mean, those are just to name two, but there's a lot of people from the town. But they have given back. But the thing about it is, a lot of people don't know when people are giving back. But social media nowadays kind of makes it a little bit better and a little bit easier to have that type of exposure. But when you hear that people are already willing to give back, you know what I mean? Like, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget where you come from. And that, to me, that's the most important, because that's where you start from. That's your starting point. And those are the people that support you the most to help you get to a higher platform. So shout out to you for already thinking in advance about Lake County, where you came from Gurney, Zion, whichever one you wanted.
Beach Park.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? Waukegan, I'm from Waukegan. So let's see. Anton said 444 is grown-ups rap. Well, we got a mature one over here, so Anton gave you his number. So it's there, but I'll give it to you if you need me to. Miss Barbara said Keisha Walker Cosey. He definitely knows his craft and has done research, passion, and purpose. So, all right, we're going to get ready to wrap it up soon. And I guess you said your family is your biggest support system. Okay. So I guess now that we are ending, I just kind of want to get your idea. We talked about different celebrities and rappers and musical artists. So Childish Gambino, in my opinion, he's very versatile. You know what I mean? I think he's very dope. He's very creative because he goes beyond singing and beyond rapping. You know what I mean? As an artist, he's also an actor, but he's a creator as well. You know what I mean? And so I really liked Redbone. I love it. I was like, is this Prince? Prince ain't even living no more. What is it? You know, that was my first thought. But I think Childish Gambino, he's very, very dope. And, you know, he hit us with something recently. He hit us with "This Is America," and my son plays that song all the time. Right? But he broke down the video for me in ways, because when I first saw it, I was like, what is that dance he doing? Like, what is he really doing? I saw the distraction at first. But there's actually a purpose and a meaning behind the video. So tell me your thoughts about that video, "This Is America."
So I was just scrolling down Twitter and I saw it, and this is like an hour after it released or whatever, and I watched it and I was like, this, like, first I just saw him dancing. I was like, dang, Childish Gambino cold. Like, he got moves. Like, I know he can dance. Like, he's cold. Like, the song was amazing. Video was amazing. And then, like, I didn't notice. Like, I saw the distraction too. The only thing I really saw that was weird was like when he turned around and shot the choir. I was like, oh, what? He just did that.
What got me first was the first few seconds when he shot the dude in the head. And then he did that pose. I was like, what?
And then I went through and I watched like 6 times. Like 6 just to pick up everything. And I saw him shoot the dude, and then and they dragged the body out, but they put the gun in there, like cleaned it, you know, and they was like showing like how we treat guns better than we treat like other humans and stuff like that. That was crazy. Even like just the lyrics deep down, like really listening to it, and it's just like how easy it is to like captivate someone just by it being catchy. Right. So just saying, "This is America. Don't catch you slipping," and like a catchy beat.
But he keeps saying the same thing over and over. "This is America," you know, and then you get to like, "This is America," you know, and it does kind of like catch you just by the words repetitiveness. And
this, it was so repetitive, and it, like, if you think about it, like, he kept saying, "This is America," and it was because what we were doing was we were focusing on his dancing and stuff like that, instead of the actual stuff that was like, this is like, he's kind of like looking at you like, "This is America," like, you see this, but you don't see that carnage shot on the behind me. Exactly. All right, cool. Like, this is America. Man. And it honestly, Childish Gambino is ridiculous. Like, he's truly a creative.
Right.
Like, just human being, regardless. Like, I think you could put him anywhere, and like, he'll just find a way to make magic happen. Like, he was in movies, he's rapped. Even like
See, he goes by Donald Glover in the movies.
Yeah, Donald Glover in the movie. Childish Gambino on the tracks. Like, that's crazy.
Right.
He's done it like all. He's great. I would love to make a song with him.
Man, I would love to just meet him. You know, I ain't gotta make a song with him because you know I don't sing, but you know, keep rapping could come out. You know, keep rapping could come out.
Debut
you know,
single with
if I met
Childish
him.
Gambino, like, come
but
on.
I might be too much for him. I got a lot of personality sometimes. But you know what? I would love to meet Childish Gambino, Donald Glover. I think he's so raw. He's so dope, and what he did with This Is America was amazing. I really think it was, because it pretty much, like, Tea Time is to get you to think outside of the box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you look at some of the questions that I pose, it is not like some of the same questions that you'll see in the newsfeed. Mm-hmm. My idea is to get people to think outside of the box, to put them in situations where they have to think about difficult circumstances or things that you may not want to think about. I mean, not everything is so serious, but mm-hmm. some of the things are to get you to think beyond what you would normally think about, you know, mm-hmm. and pretty much challenge your mind. And I think that's what Childish Gambino did. He challenged mm-hmm. our mind when he made this video. He put something in front of us to be like, look at this. Mm-hmm. But no, for real. Look at this. You know, look what's going on in the background. But y'all too busy with focusing on the frivolous things. You know what I mean? Y'all so catchy with everything that's going on, you know, with what's in our timeline. Mm-hmm. It's so easy to kind of get caught up on that. But the serious stuff, it just kind of get washed away. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we see things, and then we be like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. But then again, like 5 seconds later, something else happens, and it's like, oh, did you see that world star? You know what I mean? And it's like, but did you forget what just happened back here?
Like,
you know what I mean?
Did you see what like Trump is doing?
Exactly.
Like, and it's like, nah, bro, but this video, bro, I got like 2 million, bro. Like, got 100,000 retweets, bro. You should watch it. Like,
exactly.
And then it'll be that, and then it'll be another one, and then it's just like so distracting. Like mm-hmm. you'll have stuff to do, then you'll hop on Twitter, and then it's like 2 hours later, and it's like, oh well, I'm supposed to be in my room. Well, exactly. I'm gonna just go to sleep.
but I mean, that just shows how easily our minds are distracted mm-hmm. and our attention span. But I think in order to captivate the minds of people, especially our youth, now you have to make a statement, and that statement mm-hmm. has to be very, very bold. You know, it has to go viral. And the easiest thing, in my opinion, to go viral are the negative things. Those mm-hmm. things where people are fighting, they're cussing each other out, that make you look ratchet and mm-hmm. things like that. But it's not enough positive things that are going viral. They're, you know, our children are looking up to us. And to me, that's very important mm-hmm. because I have a child. You know what I mean? And I think even with Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, my son watched the video and he dissected it and mm-hmm. he understood. And I think it's really important because as a parent, sometimes it's hard to explain to him some of the challenges that he will face because mm-hmm. of the color of his skin. Yeah, you know what I mean? 100%. Because he doesn't want to hear it from me because he's used to he goes to Gurney schools, you mm-hmm. know, and that's not his reality. So sometimes it's hard for me as a parent to explain those things to him. So when you have people like that who kind of go and, you know, take the leap, if I must say, mm-hmm. and then kind of expose those things, I think it's very important that they see that, you know. And I think it's important that positive things go viral. People, pay attention to the positive things. Please, our children need to see that. They don't need to see all of this violence. They don't need to see all this ratchetness, all this profanity, and, you know, just disrespect. Like, they need to have a regard for life. You know what I mean? They mm-hmm. need to understand that life is very important and what you make of yourself. You know what I mean? And so I try to instill those things into my son. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure your parents tried to instill that into you. And they did. I can tell. I can tell. They spoke to you and they put the word of God in you. Yes. And that's very important. I put that into my son. You know, we like to laugh and have fun, but I think it's very important to be a positive role model to our mm-hmm. younger kids. So I appreciate you for coming through to Tea Time. I enjoyed you and our conversation. So tell us where we can find you. And one of the questions that Anton asked earlier was, where was your next performance? So if you have a performance mm-hmm. coming up, if you can share that, and then kind of tell us where we can follow you, where we can buy your music, stream it, all that good stuff. Plug yourself. This is the time for him to plug himself. Okay.
All right, big plug. You can find the music on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, every major streaming platform. It's available for purchase on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play Store. You can follow me on Instagram at CosGod, COSEGOD. Twitter, same thing, at CosGod, all that type of stuff. And you can even, if that's too much, you can just go to the website that I've created, CoseyMusic.com. Cosey, just spell like my artistry name, music.com. We have shirts up for sale. We're coming up with more designs.
Show off your shirt.
So the shirt looks like it's just breathe across the chest. I have all my social media links down there, like on my website. I am we're coming up with a show. We're gonna do an event. Probably have a couple openers and stuff like that around like early July, maybe mid-July. So yes, that is Cosey. And yes.
Okay. You want to shout out anybody in particular?
Shout out to John. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my dad. Big shout out to my dad, my sister, and yeah, everybody that's listened to it or told somebody, everyone that's given me a shot, and that has really liked my music. Not just, oh yeah, it's cool, whatever, but just listen and it's like, yo, this is really good, and that they can see the vision, that they can see what I want to do. And I thank God most of all, because got my back 100%.
That's right. Alrighty, so thank you all for tuning in to Tea Time with Kema J. I'm here with Jared Cosey. Make sure you check out his EP called Breathe, BRTHE, A Heartbreak Story.
Yes.
He is on Apple Music.
Yes.
He is on Twitter.
Twitter.
You're on YouTube, because I found him on YouTube. I know he just shout out everything, but we want to make sure that y'all know all the avenues to stream him, and make sure you all support him, because he is from the town, and we need to make sure that we support our own, make sure our funds circulate within our community, and then we gonna make sure that he get out there in this world and he does what he do. But he knows, he knows his foundation. Yes. He is of this world. I mean, he is in the world, but he's not of the world.
Yes.
That's right.
100%.
So he has a strong background. He has a strong faith, I can gather. You know what I mean? So I'm very, very honored to be here with him. I'm proud of you. No, I really am. I really, really am, because I feel like, you have a positive influence, and I think that you will make the difference with our youth. Yes. I can tell because of your upbringing and your background. And this is real talk, for real, for real. So I appreciate you.
I'm just smiling because I'm like,
I appreciate you.
Thank you so
I told
much.
you my son cannot listen to Tekashi. So it's okay. No. But you know what? I'm proud of you, and you're doing your own thing, and you're from the town, so I salute you, I thank you for coming out. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so y'all, if y'all here, share this live, and thank you all for tuning in. Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time with Kema J.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's figure out how to stop this thing. Or you can turn your music up if you want.
Oh no, it's fine.
Let him hear it. Let him hear your music.
Oh my gosh.
Shameless plug.
I express myself like it's supposed to be okay. That's why it's called common wealth. Common self, because I'm not feeling special. I'm just feeling lost. Where do I find you?
This reminds me of like a common video.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Common's a big
Common.
inspiration too.
Yeah, I love Common.
He's
one of my favorites.
What you talk is like music on the sheet. I'm complete. When I find you.
What's your favorite Common song?
What is it? It's Faithful, I think.
Faithful.
It's off the B project. It was released in like 2002.
I like the one where Taraji was on the witness stand. You accused me. Yes, that was my song. And you know what else I like? Beanie Siegel, In the Air.
I've never listened to
Oh my
Beanie
gosh.
Siegel.
Listen to In the Air. I'm telling you, that is a song you can vibe to. You can roll the windows down and dark, lay your seat back, and open the sunroof. I'm telling you, I love that song.
Big man, I'm finna put that up.
Yeah.
That's my playlist.
In the Air. All right, so thank y'all for tuning in. Holla.